taken an oath to protect the Constitution of Uganda. Somebody had to speak for us. People thought I had the loudest voice. Again, one more confident time.
This year's presidential election could see 71-year-old President Museveni serve a fifth term in office.
No leader has ever handed over power peacefully. This is a military regime dressed in a civil facade.
We have the Honorable Bobby Wine with us.
As a matter of fact, now I'm doing the yes.
Why is my husband held in a military barracks? If I could see him, then I would know what I am actually dealing with.
Our copy should be released.
I would rather represent the resilience of Ugandans. We stand for equality and dignity for everybody. We are non-violent, and we continue to preach non-violence.
I am not a criminal. I am a presidential candidate.
Nothing will stop him.
We must get our freedom or we shall die trying. We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom.
Abiri.
People of Uganda are challenging you to a free and fair election.
This is a message to the government.
I met Bobby at university. I didn't know he was a musician. He was different.
We are fighting for freedom. I didn't have so many dreams. She impacted my life. She made me realize we had to impact other lives. I've come to Parliament and taken an oath to protect the Constitution of Uganda. Somebody had to speak for us. People thought I had the loudest voice. We are fighting for freedom. Again, one more confident time.
This year's presidential election could see 71-year-old President Museveni serve a fifth term in office.
No leader has ever handed over power peacefully. This is a military regime dressed in a civil facade.
We have the Honorable Bobby Wine with us.
As a matter of fact, now I'm doing the yes.
New platform.
Why is my husband held in a military barracks? If I could see him, then I would know what I am actually dealing with.
Here to announce our copy should be released. Information of a new platform. No, it's a continuation of the struggle that we have been pursuing all this year. Uganda belongs to all of us. The reason you are seeing a wide spectrum of different shades of political persuasion. What unites us is the mission to rescue our country from the precipice, to rescue our country from the cliff where it is today. And the call we are making, all of you, let's rally behind this particular cause. It's our call. We have a document which passes off as the Constitution. Unfortunately, it's an illusory document. In Article 1 of that particular document, there is that provision which was well known to all of us, that this country, that power belongs to the people.
Tulwanise embere ebize tulina, tulwanise dictatorship eya President Museveni. ate era buli kaseera tujja kubanga tubagamba activities zetugenda kukola joint ng'abo abali mu forces of change. Mu kusooka olwokuna tulina program eyogera ku nguudo zaffe. Buli omu gyali Uganda bangi batera nnyo okubuuza nti mwe muli in charge of the city. Mukimanye nti obuyinza obukola city okugirabira n'okugidabiriza wadda wa General Museveni. So mbasaba nti musituke wona wooli laba nti ebyo ebinnya ebiri mu nguudo. Wata ekitooke okisimbe. Wata amayuuni ogasimbe. Kwata ebyenyanja tulabe nga bwe tuvuba. Lumonde simba mu binnya kubanga tetuyinza bireka ne bibeerawo nga tetuyina bintu bye tubikozesa. Mukimanyi nti sometimes ezo zibeera breeding places eza mosquitoes. Ate nga bw'ogenda mu health care yaffe era nayo nfu. So twegasse wano ombalaga Thursday ekyo kijja kubaawo. Monday next week tujja kuba tugenda Igamba for joint prayers. On Tuesday tuba tugenda Lira for joint prayers as well. Naye ate era bwe tukola bino jointly tujja kuba ebirala nga tubikola at our individual party level. So mwena Abannayuganda n'abo bonna abagala enkyukakyuka abakkiririza mu Uganda empya tubayita mujje twegatte twekembe tulwanise obwavu tulwanise bano abadictator tulwanise ebibi bye tulaba mu Uganda yaffe. Kama
in the bush war that Dr. Kizabesige and his colleagues participated in. If we are still convening to unite to fight a dictator, we must mourn this country. We must mourn. But I'm also saying it is historical positively because we are still having the courage to convene here. I heard the Lord Mayor saying that this is not a new formation and nobody should take it as such. But, Lord Mayor, I want to allay your fears. Even if they call it a new formation, for me it is not a problem. Because whenever you engage in a struggle like this, at every moment in time you have to reinvent yourself. You have to reinvent yourself. And that is not a pride, because whenever you reinvent yourself, you get new energies, you get new recruits, and then you get yourself set to continue fighting. Because whenever a struggle prolongs, it develops inertia. It develops inertia. So if you don't reinvent it, then people get tired, and before you know, when you are still moving, when you look behind, you can't see the people you were, fighting with.
Many times even leaders are derailed. They are derailed because of the supporters. Intolerance among each other. Simply because we are stuck to our old slogans. That's not enough to slogan here. But to see how you can act a way forward, which brings your leaders together. This is what is going to take us forward. I thank the leaders who have coined this and count on us as members of the Democratic Party. Some people thought that because Mao went to work with Museveni, he has gone with the party. But we are struggling to bring our party back, and we shall bring it back. We also pray for FDC, that the leader of FDC here, the Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago, Nobody makes a mistake in public to call him just not mayor. He's the president of the party. The health of our respective parties matters, especially when we know that when we sit together, each of these parties is going for the NRM. Go for them, and then we go for the top. That is what we want to see, and it will help us create the harmony in the opposition fraternity and bring hope to the rest of the people, that these people can be the true replacement for our country and move it forward. May God bless you all. God and my country.
I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Chawanga. Sindike paka buli omu akwate wakoze eki wakwata. Article esooka eya ssemateeka twabagambye egamba obuyinza bannayuganda bwe babulina naye tebabulina. Era egamba nti the people of Uganda shall determine who governs them, how they should be governed through regular free and fair elections. Naye tekikola. Kakati kino sinti tutandise kibiina kipya, ekyo njagala kukigumiza. Sinti tutandise kisinde kipya, temututuuma amannya ge mwagala, tuli ku lutabaalo lwe tubaddeko okumala ebbanga era tugenda nagwo maaso. Nsaba abeefidisi mwenna gye muli, tulina ebizibu bingi entanale, naye ebyo byonna tubisibe ku mpagi, twolekeze obwanga n'amaanyi gaffe gonna eri omulabe w'eggwanga Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Obuyinza budde eri abantu bannayuganda, luno lutalo lwakuddiza bannayuganda buyinza. Tuli wakati mu kitalo era n'okuggumiza obubaka obuga nti ku Lwokuna bannange buli wali ekinnya simbawo ky'osimbawo. Neggwanga lyonna kwesimba naye okusingira ddala mu kibuga wa Kampala, simbawo ky'osimba. Ffe tukoze obwaffe buli wamu, tulwanisiza abantu bano mu palamenti, mu nkiiko za KCCA na buli wamu. Buli kilomita bagiteekako 14,000, ensimbi bazeegabanyiza, bawuza Namulondi n'ebirala. Kati ku Lwokuna luno lwoya lwa Munyindo, lwoya lwaki lwa Munyindo. Ne programs endala nga bazibagambye zitambulireko. Njagala okusembayo ekigambo kino okubaga nti bannange munneegatteko, twebaze ba leaders baffe bano, at least ababiri, Kano Dr. Kiza Besigye ne Oweekitiibwa Kyagulanyi, who have taken the bull by the horns at a national level. Okutambula eggwanga lino lyonna mu mbeera ey'ekibbi Mwami Yoweri Museveni gy'ateekawo mu by'okulonda kwe, ne bagumira buli kimu, ne baba nga basobola okuwangula yadde tubbirwa. Dr. Besigye yawangula emirundi 4, Kyagulanyi n'awangula 221, naye bonna ne babbirwa. Mubeebaze.
So much has been said, so much is going to be said. Just yesterday, I spoke to the nation, and I spoke quite about a lot that has been said here. So, in the interest of time, I will not go so much into it, well knowing that most speakers, especially the noble Dr. Kiza Besigye, will speak more on it in detail and even more eloquent. However, today I want to focus my words on the call for action. As you heard it from Lord Dako. Today, among the things we're here to say is to call the nation action. Yesterday, I gave my comments about the shameless nature of General Museveni now appointing openly NRM stooges to adjudicate an election where he's competing. Of course, that should not surprise us anymore. I spoke, and I also want to add a few words on the ongoing non-aligned movement summit. It is indeed meant to be a blessing to Uganda if Uganda was well governed, but it has turned into a curse. So to all of you that are attending the NAM summit, you are actually a curse to our nation. Because of that summit that more than 3,000 businesses have been either disrupted or completely closed. You have seen businesses disrupted, many of our people rounded up and detained, just like it was in the days of Soccer. Today, transport has been completely disrupted. We as nationals who pay the taxes, we are not allowed to use the roads that we pay taxes for. So it is a curse other than a blessing. And as if that's not annoying enough, it's a further shame to see some democratic leaders coming to Uganda hosted by an illegitimate leader. You are being hosted by a man that has captured us on gunpoint. It's not a legitimate leader, so you are here to endorse oppression against the Ugandans. You're here to endorse dictatorship. We know that there will be a day when we shall have summits that will be beneficial to the businesses of Uganda and to the people, and will bring pride to Uganda. I mean, are you not surprised to see that Museveni's minister is ordering us to smile as you pass our road? When we shall have summits that will be beneficial to the businesses of Uganda and to the people, and will bring pride to Uganda. I mean, are you not surprised to see that Museveni's minister is ordering us to smile as you pass our road? So we are here to call you to action, ladies and gentlemen. I want to focus my words on a call to action and citing Article 3 of our Constitution. Article 3 of the Ugandan Constitution commands us. It is to the effect that it is not only a call, it is not only a responsibility, but it's a duty that we rise up and we use whatever means at our disposal to restore constitutional rule. I mean whatever means. That means according to our constitution, it is even acceptable to pick up guns and restore constitutional rule. And clearly, General Museveni has abused constitutional rule. He has abused all tenets of the rule of law in Uganda. So any means used to dislodge Museveni, any means used to restore constitutional rule and the rule of law are acceptable as per our constitution. However, for us as kwekalakasa mu mateeka njagala obagitiza mwenna bannayuganda nti kati omulama gwe tuliko kwa kusimba lunwe ku nnyingo namba 3 ya constitution etulagira ffenna tetutunga bukunzi wabula etulagira si mulimu bulimu bwaffe wabula buvunaanyizibwa bwaffe kitukakatako okukozesa buli ngeri yonna yonna esoboka okuzzawo okulembeze okugoberera amateeka okuzawo enfuga ey'amateeka bwerufe tetukkiriza mu violence, tetukkiriza mu kuyiwa musaayi. Ensonga lwaki tubakunga kozesa nkola za mirembe, nkola ziri non-violent. Naye ate nze ng'omuntu sibagaana mu abasobola okukola ki wano okubakunga to non-violently rise up unarmed and assert your will and restore constitutional rule. Tubakunga okola buli kimu kye musobola. Badde ndaba ku social media abasinga mwatusookayo nadda. Tetusimbudde busimbuzi kati, twasimbula dda naye tubadde tukyasondalo ne kati tukyasondalo. Nammwe gye muli twagala obbazaamu amaanyi. Omulodi w'ekibuga kyogedde tetuli wano jasigata ebibiina byafuzi, tuli banjawulo era tetuli wano kwogera ku nsonga ya kulonda kuba obaoliawo ezo ensonga tetunazikwataganako basobole okumanya temuli mu kuyigiriza. Njagala obbagamba nga temubisinikayo tukyogeddeko wano era njagala okuba nange okwongera eddoboozi lyange ku nsonga eyo. Ekimu ku bizibu bye tubadde nabyo ge makubo agalinga agalimu entaana buli woyita. Tubasaba amakubo ago mutandikire okwekalakaasa mu ddembe, asobola kyosobola okukola mu kkubo eryo kikolemu. Oba osimba mu kitooke oba okola mu ki eryo ddembe eryo constitution etukkiriza okwekalakaasa mu ddembe. Bannange mwekalakaase. Kyonna mu mateeka. Njagala okumaliriza nga mbagamba nti gavumenti ya Museveni ne wano tulwandibadde tetwiriiwo mukimanyi bulungi nnyo singa baatukubye eddati ya gaasi naye kubanga bali mu kuteekako feesi baagala okulaga tibakkiriza n'abaopposition okusinkana. Kaakati njagala mukozese eno chance mubalabise. Mubalabise. Bw'abaawo empisa omuntu z'atakola omutayiminga we banaamulabira mujja kulaba okufuna chance eno endala. So yonna yonna gy'oli munnayuganda oba oli omukuffe oba toli omukuffe oba oli munnabyabufuzi oba tobiriimu, labisa mu ngeri yonna yonna esobola. Oba owanika kipande nga bayitawo n'ogamba bannange tuli basibe, oba mwoganye ne mugamba abo babbi kuba abatufuga babbi, Museveni mubbi n'abantu abamwetoolodde babbi. So tubasaba muveeyo yonna gye muli, ffe tujagenda mu maaso byonna kye tusobola nga ffe era nga tukwatidde wamu ne bannaffe bonna bonna abaagala enkyukakyuka. Tujja kwegata buli program eneebeerawo eneeyamba ocreating awareness n'okunafuya mwami Museveni nga tukola bye tukola ate nga tukola ne bye tukola ne bannaffe bonna. Nammwe njagala obbakunga bannange mwenna abali mu pati zaffe ez'enjawulo. Ebiseera bingi nnyo tubadde tugezaako okwatagana ffe abakulembeze ate nga mmwe mutuuzoganye. Tukwatagana ate nga mweno musojjasojja kubanga oyagala oba kansala kubanga obagala oba meeya oba MP nga mwemmekinga kiwa tetukwatagana. Ye mmwe balaba abasinga. Kyetukola buli bwe mulaba nga kyetukola kiyamba eggwanga nga kinafuya Museveni mutuwegatteko temutunafuya mutwongere amaanyi tukwataganye temutwawula twawula mwebamembaza bwe munaatuyamba okukwatagana ne mutuyamba okwesigaŋŋana okukwatagana netulira ddala ku mukulembeze asemba waggulu paka ku mukulembeze asooka wansi kijja twangwira basebo ne banyago. Mwebale nnyo okumpuliriza ku lwa Katonda n'ensi.
And so for me when he said that, then I was waiting for the next thing. He said, he was very energizing. You know, I felt like the prison had opened. I want to thank you for many consistency. Thank you for very proud and for inspiring so many young girls. Now Uganda is very lucky to have a very unique individual. Through torture, through all sorts of challenges, he has remained resilient. That he has stood with us all the time, irrespective of the times. For better, for worse, he has remained firm. That Uganda has remained with that particular man, who indeed, you know, the other one called himself Mahogany, but I think this one is for Mahogany. Who indeed has remained. It's in fact gold, yes. Who has remained the gold of this nation. I'd like to thank you, and we pray for you. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me welcome the Honorable Dr. Kiza.
One people.
Thank you very much. And maybe also in my voice, one Uganda.
One people.
One people.
One Uganda.
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
Thank you. He was challenged. Chechiddako. Waliwo atakyamanya ekiddako? Nobody can claim not to know what next. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know, just for emphasis, that since Uganda became Uganda, and that's by the British, our people have never had power. We wrote it in the Constitution, but they did not get the power. They say power belongs to them, but definitely they don't have any power. The institutions of state through which their power should be exercised do not work for them. All the institutions of state, as my colleagues have said, were captured. They don't serve them. That's why the representatives of people in parliament can be attacked in broad daylight, beaten, arrested from their parliament, tortured, and nothing happens. That's why people's courts that derive power directly from the people can be attacked in broad daylight. And people injured, bleeding in the courts, and nothing happens. All institutions of state are captured. They were talking about the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission is thoroughly captured. It can never organize a free and fair election. It can't. As the Electoral Commissioners. The Electoral Commission as an institution is still captured. The trouble in Uganda is that the captor, the one who captured all these, is also a very, very, evil captor. Because even in countries where there is no democracy, you can have a leader who thinks about his people. You can have a dictator that serves people. People have been saying here that Idi Amin was not elected, and he wasn't. Idi Amin was not even educated. But the things that Museveni, who has been in power for 40 years, is using, a lot of them are Idi Amin's. The soldiers he's so proud of are living in the barracks built by Idi Amin. And many other things that Idi Amin did, which this one has undone. So we are so unlucky that we got a terrible dictator. Because some dictators can also be good and provide for people. Ours is not among those. That's why when he's going between Entebbe and Kampala, they close off everything so that he alone is on the road, fearing his own people. So we have a predator in charge of a country, you know, devouring what they would be serving. So that's why our uniting here today is critical, and as has been underpinned by everybody. If we are to get out of the situation in which we are, we have to do two things. The first one we are doing, we have to unite and remain united. We unite and remain united. And not just uniting in words. We must unite in every sense. Look at every person that is suffering from this junta as your brother. We are in a difficult situation. The other day I was complaining about people stealing my matoke in my garden. I have a small garden at home. But they came at night and cut the biggest 6 branches in the plantation. And I said, you know, the ones who have taken this matoke are of course suffering neighbors who have nothing to eat. The real thief of my matoke is the one who has created the situation. The one who has created the situation where Ugandans cannot eat, have no food, is the real problem. I've been seeing, you know, that they have started a special operation to hunt down the phone snatchers, the ones who capture your phone when you are talking and run with it. They are looking for what to eat. The real phone snatcher is up there. Who has put these people in that kind of a situation? And so, look at your neighbor as your real brother. In this struggle, share the little that you can. Regardless of which color, which country, region, which a person is coming from. I've been saying for a very long time that there are 2 Ugandas. The Uganda of those who are very well off, who don't know what is going on, the ones who are being protected from the ones who are bad off. All of us in this Uganda, the terrorized Uganda, we must develop unique comradeship. It's not just uniting here to talk, but wherever we find each other. If you have one commando, break it into 2 for your brother who has nothing. You need that unique togetherness, unity, on the basis of which we can liberate our country. Secondly, so if they surround Honorable Chagulanyi's home, don't even go there. You go to do what you need to do, and the way to free anybody the circle is to do what you need to do. They will have to run away from where they are encircled. How many homes can they encircle? Everybody, you can be a bottle wine wherever you want. You don't need to, because we should not wait for some people to do anything. We are the people we have been waiting for. Tewali balala, faith abalina okukola ki? Okukyekolera. No foreigner is going to liberate us. It is us to liberate ourselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose that has been served today is, I believe, twofold. One, declare the unity of the suffering people of Uganda. That's the first. Secondly, to say that these suffering people of Uganda are now coming. We are coming for our power. Whether you like it or not, we are coming. Let us see that starting slowly. On Thursday, do what you can. Let's see what people can start doing. But beyond that, we are going to Iganga on Monday, and on Tuesday we shall be in Elira. Let our brothers in Lamu prepare. Let our brothers in Busoga prepare. As our brothers elsewhere are warming up. Because we are. I have said it took our ancestors, grandparents and grandparents 62 years to get rid of the Bazungu. Buganda Agreement was signed in 1900, but it took 62 years to undo the Buganda Agreement and Uganda to become independent of the British. 62 years. This is the 62nd year under the Bazungu Waduga. For 62 years, we have now been under the black Bazungu, the black British. We shall be found wanting if our grandparents did it in 62 years, and we failed to do it in 62 years ourselves. With our Zungu, we can now speak in. You see, we can no longer blame Museveni after 40 years. We must start blaming ourselves. Because for him, he has everything he fought for, and he doesn't want anything to change. He's even preparing to hand over to his son. We are waiting that he also hands over to his son, and we are saying, what is this? No. 62 years later, so ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank all of you, leaders, activists, for the determination that has been shown so far. This is the beginning. Let us charge into the future to reclaim our country. Our country shall be free, shall allow. By the grace of God, our country shall be free. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
And our event of Tuesday 22nd, January 2024, we are going to be in Mira, the mayor's gathering. So all we are saying is, on Thursday, use what you have, start where you are. If you have stones, if you have banana stems, if you have fish, if you have soil, whatever you have, we are going to be working on the roads of Kampala. And we are saying, Twegate, Rumbe, Twetase. Twegate, Rumbe, Twetase. Twegate, Rumbe, Twetase. Yes, like you are aware, our public address is even our banners by the currency, take that CPS. So probably we shall also have to do that. Yes, but I'm
Sebo kankumuzeeko mwana
Tambule. Move.
I would rather represent the resilience of Ugandans. We stand for equality and dignity for everybody. We are non-violent, and we continue to preach non-violence.
I am not a criminal. I am a presidential candidate.
Nothing will stop him.
We must get our freedom or we shall die trying. We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom.
To President Museveni, on behalf of the people of Uganda, I am challenging you to a free and fair election.
This is a message to the government.
I met Bobby at university. I didn't know he was a musician. He was different.
We are fighting for freedom. I didn't have so many dreams. She impacted my life. She made me realize we had to impact other lives.
I've come to Parliament and taken an oath to protect the Constitution of Uganda.
Somebody had to speak for us. People thought I had the loudest voice.
We are fighting for freedom.
Again, one more confident time.
This year's presidential election could see 71-year-old President Museveni serve a fifth term in office.
No leader has ever handed over power peacefully. This is a military regime dressed in a civil facade.
We have the Honorable Bobby Wine with us.
As a matter of fact, I would now agree with yes.
Why is my husband held in a military barracks? If I could see him, then I would know what I am actually dealing with.
Our Bobby should be released.
but rather represent the resilience of Ugandans. We stand for equality and dignity for everybody. We are non-violent, and we continue to preach non-violence.
I am not a criminal. I am a presidential candidate.
Nothing will stop him.
We must get our freedom or we shall die trying.